Looking at the bigger picture, an employee is standing, looking through the path. He is confused and he has to make a decision whether he is going to stick with the existing career, which he is now, or else he is going to move to another organization. That is where the rewarding system, the reward, comes into play. We are from Group 4. We are here to present about the topic given to us specifically on the give element of the HRM in Action International Services, which is a leading dewatering company in the field. This is the course outline. This is the outline which we are going to talk about. And we can see the famous quotes from our own Prof. Ajanta Dharmasiri. What gets rewarded gets done. This is golden rule of management. Nobody is there to do a social service. Or also, a company is not a charity. So there should be a balance. It is arguable. You can see, it's not, if you give peanuts, you get monkeys. Whatever you are giving, you get back. That's the basic thing. So these are the elements of what is giving and why an organization needs that. It's all about rewarding and recognizing the people who are working hard, who are excelling in the field, but somehow they are being isolated. To keep them in the company's strategy, to keep them aligned to the company's objectives, they should be rewarded. They should feel that they are valued. That is all about. So it's basically to have cutting edge with the competitors in the market, and it motivates the employees and also ensures the fairness among individuals. All are treated at the same level. And also it motivates the people. You know, if one employee becomes a dead weight, it will accumulate and finally affect the overall organizational performance. That is the situation we have to avoid by doing this reward, the giving process, very efficient. These are the types of rewards, intrinsic and extrinsic. Extrinsic, it's external factors which are affected, which affects the people's, psychologically it affects the intrinsic elements, praise or increased status, recognition, promotion, gifts. Finally, at the end of the day, employees will feel valued. They will feel recognized, a sense of achievement, which will push them to, work even harder to climb the corporate ladder and to do anything. That is the basic motivational thing. It's happening there. So this is the basic evolution. It started from Unilever, who brought in the total rewarding system. It's a comprehensive rewarding system. It evaluates the employees' benefits. It's like a component. So this is where the world is moving towards. We are not getting stuck. They feel valued. They feel the importance of the rewarding system. So this is the thing we have to take into account once we are considering the importance of rewarding in the future. Having said that, my colleague will continue from here on and cover the other outline structures. Thanks.
Thank you, Mustaq. My portion is rewarding process, and in this part I would like to highlight two aspects. One is the rewarding process and rewarding structure. Rewarding process is basically a formulation and implementation about strategy and policies in order to pay individuals fairly and equitably and consistently in accordance with their contribution to the organization. Basically, it's a fundamental relation to the employee and an organization. So this process has several aspects. According to Armstrong in 2009, he framed this process like this: reward management process. Basically, it starts from the business strategy. It will determine the reward strategy. If the company had a broad business strategy, the reward strategy will become appropriately. In this reward strategy, we can put it into four key areas. One is non-financial reward, employee reward, employee benefits, performance reward, and pay structure. Pay structure, I'm going to highlight again with another proper veteran researcher, Lipek and Snell after some time. But let me highlight briefly about non-financial reward, what it is about. It's about an autonomy or leadership which employee gets in an organization, or a challenging task which can improve or motivate an employee to do more. Employee benefits, it's a company provide insurance, education allowance, paid leave, all these benefits. Performance management, it's based on the performance for an employee. If an employee achieved something more than what he assigned to, he's supposed to get rewarded to motivate more to do something. So and the fourth part is the pay structure. Pay structure falls into two: market survey, another one is job evaluation. Market survey means job available in the market and what is the current trend for the market salary. The next one is the job evaluation, which how much the value the person who contributes to the company. Let me highlight more about pay structure, which highlighted Lipak and Snell in 2009. He highlighted two important aspects. One is uniqueness, another one is value. Uniqueness is basically talk about specialized competencies about an individual who is difficult to change. Another one is the value. Value means how much value a person who brings to the company. These two aspects, when they interact each other, we can create four possible scenarios, which is uniqueness high, low, value high and low. So I would like to highlight one specific corner, which is uniqueness high and values high. For example, if a person has this option in a company, the company has to pay him to hold this person, also to pay him more as he's contributing to the company more. So from this example, we can understand the importance of the rewarding process and how it strategically support to the organization strategy. This is a brief actually, but then my colleagues Javed will highlight what exactly happening in the organization, the reward process.
Thank you, Naushad. My colleague Naushad talked about the ideal rewarding process it should be in an organization. Now I would like to talk about what is the actual rewarding process which takes place at AIS. And when we talk about the rewarding process at AIS, the AIS follows a nationality-based rewarding scheme. Let's say, for example, if you take a salary, salaries for the Asians are paid lesser than the Arabs, and even the European passport holders are paid twice or triple the salaries than the Asians for the same nature of job. For example, take an engineer, and the Asians are paid less, and the what do you call it? The Europeans are paid double or thrice. And the next point is like a lack of proper job evaluation, and the reason for this is the AIS doesn't have like a proper HR department locally in the Qatar office. All the HR processes are carried out virtually from the regional office based in UAE. And most of the time the HR tasks are assigned to the PR or the public relations officer, who does the basic immigration visa transaction with the local government authorities, who has no knowledge about HR process or HR evaluation or HR management, or even and he carries out these HR works. And this is so the AIS, the local HR, the non-availability of the HR departments leads to a lack of job evaluation for the employees. And the next point is, and the AIS barely prepare an HR budget in their financial years, and they prepare all the operational and all the operational budgets, and they fail to prepare the HR budgets, which lead to which will be a big hindrance for a career growth. For example, if an employee or an engineer wanted to grow for the next level, he will not be given any promotions, and he has no clue what should be his next career ladder, and there is no payment scheme for the upcoming the promotions. And to recruit new employees is going to be a big hindrance. They will be always talk about there is no budget for the HR. And thank you.
Thank you, my colleague Javed, who spoke about rewarding process at AIS. Now, my part would be to speak on gap analysis within AIS. So I have highlighted, put a frame here, gender pay gap. Always, everywhere you know that there's a differentiation between gender pay gap, which is between male and female. Now here we take at AIS, we have female staff and male staff. For example, at AIS we researched in finance department, the male accountants with same qualifications and experience are getting higher reward benefits compared with female staff. And I have highlighted here, this is women are paid less than men who do the same jobs. This is in UK. This for the information. Now, when it comes to pay gap based on nationality, my colleague Javed spoke on this particular point, where example the European passport holders are paid more. Now, example at AIS, the engineers, because engineers, a fresh graduate engineer from European country, okay, he gets higher pay compared to Asian this one. And what happens here is the Asian engineers who are more experienced, who are more skillful, are demotivated to work. And what they do, they start gradually resigning from the organization, which leads to have the potential maximum skillful employee. Then we have this reward gap based on the number of years of service. Example, in AIS there's a rewarding strategy where people who have completed 5 years of service will be getting a pay leave of 28 days. Whereas the people who completed service of less than 5 years will be getting about 21 days of leave. And they have, after 5 years, they have this life insurance cover, 30 days of gratuity, and family tickets for family people. Then we have this company strategy does not lead to rewarding strategy. The company strategy, the strategy of AIS in next 10 years is the market leader in dewatering, because AI is into dewatering service. So, but if you see the rewarding strategy of AIS is less to its competitors. So if they want to be in the number one in the dewatering services, the rewarding strategy should also be higher or better compared to its competitors. And that's it.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Before I get into recommendations, I would like to take you back to see what are the issues at AIS. And Abdurrahman talked about gender pay gap based on nationality, and reward during despite of experienced staff. And company strategies are not aligned to their visions. So, how to fix it? And if you see that pay gap on nationalities and gender pay gap, there is one other issues we found at AIS is the senior managers are willing to bring their own nationalities to fill the gap, despite of recruitment process and selections. So it's just kind of an unethical process happening at AIS. How to fix all this gap? You have to implement a strict policy during the recruitment and selection. Who will implement? The company should implement to avoid the interventions of the other staff, and it should be a fair screening policy for the company to bring the qualified people. What is the second issues Abdurrahman talked about? Reward gap based on the number of years. Because recent incidents, we can tell, a fresh foreign graduate who was recruited as a project manager at AIS, and there are several experienced, Gulf experienced project managers available in the company. These are not preferred to go for the internal recruitment, and why they wanted to bring a fresh graduate from Europe to fill the important position for the job. And this is the gap really available at AIS. Why these gaps are there? Because my other colleague talked about, because the HR department is not located locally, it is a virtual team in recruiting Dubai. How to fix the gap? You have to implement a proper HR team in locally also to manage all this system. This is how we can gap. And if you give more, you will get more. So the company should focus on a comprehensive rewarding process, not to affect the company's budget, and also it should motivate the employees. And what is the other things? The strategies are not aligned to the visions. You can set the goals, but achieving the goals, you have to go with the line. So implementing a comprehensive rewarding process and fill with the correct procedures, and this all will help to achieve the goals. If you achieve the goals, you can achieve the vision. And if you're not doing all such things to your employees, at least say good job. It will help them to be enthusiastic in your company. Will give a better results. Thank you very much.